we all know why we are gathered here this morning, this afternoon, this evening. But before that, I'll quickly take us through a few of Mary's other books. She's co-authored with Michael, her husband or her beloved. Okay, I can see Simon Edward here. I can see Michael, Philomena, Florence, Mr. and Mrs. Kavi. Okay. You're all welcome to the program. Okay, so one of Mary's books she's co-authored with Michael is Principles for Choosing the Right Marriage Partner. We also have Am I Humble? Understanding the Meaning and Nature of Humility. And then we have Marriage, What Makes It Work? Okay. So I'll quickly introduce us to the latest book, that is FOREDEN. So this is a trip to FOREDEN. A trip to FOREDEN. So this is a fiction for adults and children. Adults can read it, children can read it. We have those two audiences. I'll quickly take us through the introduction. So this is a book. This is a book about a girl's quest. About a girl's quest to find her missing parents. And this quest leads her to a journey filled with adventures that test her faith and determination. Accompanied by her neighbor's son, they encounter mysteries that reveal to them the struggles of the unseen world that lies beyond the woods. This is a very interesting fiction book that I would entreat every one of us to get a copy. You can get a copy from Amazon, and please remember to write a review of the book on Amazon. Please, I hope to see your chats, your congratulation messages in our chat box as we go on. Okay. So we'll have a teaser of this book. This is just a brief introduction because Mary is going to give an elaboration on it. So we are going to have a teaser from Michael. Perfect. Please, can we raise our glasses up?
Yeah.
Oh, network. Okay. I think I should start sharing my video so that at least, yes. Okay. So as we are here to celebrate Mary's book, here's a toast to the launch of this book, A Trip to FOREDEN. Yay!
Yay!
Please let the congratulatory messages keep coming in. So we have a message from Frank Chiwa. Congratulations, Dr. Agronah. Very well done. Please let more keep coming in.
Good evening, everyone. I'm deeply honored and grateful to be invited to share
Good evening.
a testimonial of Mary's books. Personally, I've known Mary and Michael for a number of years, and I must say they've been a blessing to myself and my family. They're often my go-to people, and this is because they give very godly and practical pieces of advice. So you can imagine how excited I was when we started to write books. So today I'd like to share my insights on their book on marriage, what I've learned as a wife, and how this has changed my perception after reading the book. I would like to share about marriage, what makes it work, understanding the principles and foundations for a successful marriage. So first of all, I used to be more focused on how I wanted to achieve my long list of goals and how I wanted my husband to support me without thinking of the implications they were going to have on my family. But after reading their book, I try to now, my perception has changed. So now I try to think more of ways to support my family. How can I be a blessing to them? And then with time, I've realized that I've been able to achieve a lot more than I originally anticipated. Also, in terms of decision making, usually I used to make my decision based on people's perceptions about marriage. But now, hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
We can hear you.
Okay. But now I make a very conscious effort to seek the face of God, no matter how small the decision is. And this is because of a lot I learned from reading their book on marriage. Another important thing I learned from the book is my role as a wife to my husband. And now that I'm a mother, I try to incorporate that as a role as a mother. So I want to encourage anyone who hasn't read any of their books to grab copies from Amazon after this session, and you enjoy reading them. And there's something for married people, something for people who are planning to get married. And the journey to FOREDEN. It's an amazing book because it can be enjoyed by both adults and children. And I'm making arrangements to get hard copies in Ghana. So I hope with time it can be available to as many people who want to own hard copies in their library. So please go grab copies for yourself and for your friends. Thank you.
All right, thank you, our sister Cynthia. I am with my little one, so
okay.
she's also participating in this.
Okay.
First of all, I want to welcome every one of you for taking time out to be with us in this meeting. I know you are all very busy people. I will share a few things, but before I do that, I want to share a word of prayer. And after that, I will share a few things with you. Then we'll have Mary herself coming to tell us a few more about this book, A Trip to FOREDEN. Let us pray. Father, thank you for this gathering. Thank you for bringing us here to celebrate what you are doing through us. I pray that our time here would bring you honor and glory in Jesus' name. Amen. As everyone here or majority knows, Mary is my wife. But when it comes to writing, I do write as well, but I have realized there are seniors in the writing ministry. So the first time I read Mary's work was when we were dating. And that was a letter she sent me. I was in Norway, and the letter was sent right from Ghana, traveled miles and journey to reach me in Norway. I opened the letter, and as if it's a poet, as if it's a poetic writing, as if it's a letter, I couldn't really tell, but I just knew that this was a good piece of writing. And that encounter really encouraged me to step up my writing skills. Now, over the years, I've noticed that things that do take me a big deal to write, for some reason, Mary has this grace of writing. And as you read her material, it feels as though you are listening to a person talking to you as you do the reading. And even though my wife, I really, really respect her for this grace upon her life and this gift. And I pray that this will become a ministry that will reach out to generations. So thank you, Mary. Thank you for the opportunity to share this with everyone here as well. Experience about writing. I was saying to her last night, do you want me to share how this book began? She said, no, I don't have enough to say. Leave that one for me. So I promised her that I wouldn't venture into those areas, even though that's my passionate experience I wanted to share with people. So at this point, I'll hand over to our dear sister Nda, who would proceed from here. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Michael. Thank you so much, Cynthia, for the wonderful and kind words you said about Mary's books and Mary herself as a person. God bless you. So, Mary, yeah, we just want to ask a few questions. This is not an interview, just a few questions, just for us to get to know your book and also know you as a person. Yes. So we just want to know what motivated you to write this book.
Okay. First and foremost, I want to thank everybody for coming. I've seen my parents and I'm all tears here, and I've seen everyone who has joined the line. So what motivated me to write a trip to FOREDEN or a trip to FOREDEN? In 2020, from the beginning of the year till the end, many of us, I believe, encountered several challenges, including myself, my family, my friends, my loved ones. So this book actually was born out of the fact that I was going through a lot. I was trying to finish my PhD. I was heavily pregnant. It's very difficult to sleep at night. I was thinking so much about everything. So as I lay down on my bed each day and watch the ceiling or the roof all night long, I remember Michael asking me, what do you want to do in your sleeplessness? Do something that you love doing. So in my sleeplessness, I finished my dissertation 6 months ahead of schedule. In my sleeplessness, I wrote this book all on my phone. Every bit of it was typed on a piece of phone just because I couldn't sleep. And I needed to express myself to know the pain I was going through, the journey I was on, the challenges, and how God came through for me in the midst of the challenges. Yes. Yeah.
Wow, this is a description of a superwoman. This is a description of a superwoman. Okay, we just before we move on, to the next question. This is from Cynthia. Go doctor, go doctor, go doctor. And Ophelia also says, God bless you, sister. God bless you. From Florence Opoku, congratulations, Dr. Mrs. Edward-Agronah. May God continue to enlighten you to write more books to bless everyone. From Cynthia, you're an inspiration, Dr. Mrs. Okay, so Mary, I'd like you to take us through the writing process journey. How was the journey like, or how has it been? Just take us through the writing process journey.
Okay, so as Michael said, I write a lot. I write when I'm happy. I write when I'm sad. I write when I'm excited. I write when I'm troubled. So if you're somebody who is close to me, you know I have a lot of blogs, gospel blogs, academic blogs. I love writing. So for this book, because it was written mostly when I was lying on the bed, the process was just that I would lie down on my bed, thinking through all the challenges, then an inspiration will come. I didn't begin the book with a storyline, no. Like the inspiration came as I wrote. So each and every day I type a new inspiration. I don't want to call it like I conceptualized, no, because I believe it was God that inspired me to write this book. Every day a new inspiration comes, and the book is a fiction, it's a fantasy, it's an adventure series. So the writing process, it was smooth. I wrote in my sleeplessness. That was when I wrote this book, just to motivate anybody that it doesn't matter what you're going through. It's either you make a mess out of your situation or you make the best out of it. And I chose to make the best out of it. So that was the process. Very smooth, sleepless nights. So if you are here and you're suffering from insomnia, you can't sleep, instead of thinking about the 1,001 problems you have, write.
Thank you so much for this inspiration. Before we move on to the next, from EQ, I hope I got it right. EQ says, God bless you, Mary. Please keep your congratulation messages coming. God bless you, Mary, from EQ. I'm so inspired. And from Beatrice Kwanzaa, congratulations, Mary. More grace for greater works. God bless you. More grace for greater works. God bless you. Okay, so what we are aware that your audience, you have both adults and children as your audience, right? Yeah. Is there any special reason for having both adults and children as your audience?
Okay, so one, I'm an adult, but I'm also a child of my parents. So the reason for writing the book for everyone is that as a mom, I realized that it's a bit challenging and difficult to read nighttime stories that are written specifically for children, because you realize that stories don't really make much sense to you. Maybe the children will love it, but as an adult, you feel like you are doing it as a chore. So the inspiration to make this book a book that will be enjoyed by both adults and children is the fact that I wanted everyone to have that reading experience, so that if a mom is reading for a child, the mom wouldn't feel like she's having to do a chore for the child. It's my duty to read a bedtime story, but she will also enjoy every bit of it, because the lessons shared in the book are as well important to an adult and also to a child. So everybody will have a perfect reading experience. And of course, the motivation to write the book first began with my struggles and my challenges. And I believe we all go through challenges. I don't want to write a book for children, then only children will be reading it. And I don't want to write a book for adults and only adults will be reading it. So this is just a mixed blend. Everybody can enjoy this book. Thank you.
You're welcome. That's wonderful. At least that means you have a wider audience. I mean, you have more people reading, adults and children. In fact, human beings are made up of adults and children. So anyone, this is just to summarize that anyone can read it, right?
Yes.
Okay. From the congratulation message keep coming from Lord Kavi. From Lord Kavi, I thank God for your life, Sister Mary. God bless you. God continue to use you to bless this generation. Mm-hmm. And also from Galaxy A2, I'm not sure. There's no name. Galaxy A2 call. Galaxy A2 call. Inspiring. Congratulations, Mary. Does anyone have a question for Mary? Questions, please. Questions. We would like to know more. Things that she hasn't touched on yet. Things that she hasn't touched on yet. I have been inspired this evening. Mary says, if you have insomnia and you cannot sleep, instead of thinking about your troubles, rather put it into writing. Write something. Write something positive that's going to be inspiring, not just to you, but to everybody around you, to be a blessing to everybody around you. Any question, please?
I have a question. Okay. And I know Mary's not the last person should be expecting a question from. It's good to put surprises on sometimes. So Mary, really Yeah, I know you
Wow.
in multiple folds. Like I know you as a wife, as a friend, and Mary advises me a lot when it comes to my academic work. She's my first consult. I wanted to find out from you, Mary, when it comes to writing. Yes, of course, it's a gift for you, but I know there are many people amongst us who have the dream of writing books and maybe scared of doing it, or some are thinking it's very strenuous. What advice would you give for people who have never written book and aspiring to write book? I know some people think it's very expensive to publish a book and so on. Is there any input you can share with us with regards to that?
Okay, Michael. For me, I also had the same thought that writing a book would be expensive, it's time consuming, and you will need professional expertise to write a book. But to tell you the truth, all the books we've written from this, okay, I think my background is blurred, so I'm holding all the books we've written. One, we didn't pay anything for publishing, so I will share with you how we publish our books, because I contacted the company that does publishing, and when I looked at the cost, actually I wasn't inspired again to even write. So if you struggle to write, it's possible that it's not something that comes easily to you. As I said, for me, it comes naturally. So I started a blog post and I decided to write a new blog every day. It's something that naturally comes to me, that I'll be able to write a blog every day. So it starts with practice. So I began writing by practice. I wrote my first novel in SHS 1, and that novel is handwritten. It was 1.5 exercise books. I still have the novel there. I managed to get it typed, but I don't even know what to do with that. I wrote my second novel, I think in SHS 3, which is also a 4 exercise book. And these didn't come on a day. From primary school, I loved writing. So it wasn't surprising for me that I found myself combining English with linguistics and moving off to linguistics. It comes with practice. If you can write 2 sentences a day, I think you should. If you write 2 sentences a day for 3 days, it's possible that on the 20th day, you'll be able to write 5 sentences a day. So it comes by practicing, constantly writing. And if writing your ideas doesn't come natural to you, I suggest that you also use tools that help people to write. So there are soft apps that you can install on your phone, so that if an idea comes to mind and you don't feel like writing, typing, just speak it out and the phone will type it for you. It helps, because at the end of the day, the idea you have is typed neatly on your phone. If there are errors, you can always go back and just correct the errors. Then you have your ideas down. One thing I've learned is that there are more talent in the cemetery than on earth, because more people go to the grave with all their wisdom, with all their knowledge, with all their expertise. People have lots of things they can share to the world. Maybe you are on this line and you think, what do I have to give? I'm sure there is something you do better than somebody. And if you can write it down, it will bless another person. It will bless another soul. Somebody will come across it, even if it is published or it is not published. Okay, and one other thing when it comes to publishing, we publish with Amazon. So Amazon has what we call self-publishing option, where you write your book, you do all the editing, all the illustration, all the cover design, and give it to Amazon to sell for you. Of course, they don't sell for free. So if you buy my book, I don't get like the money you pay. I get a commission or royalty given to me from Amazon. So if you look at the price of the book, like, oh, she's getting all this money because I'm buying the book. I'm sorry. It's like me having an external publisher. Amazon does it. And if you want to publish on Amazon and you don't know where to start, I'm your sister, I'm your friend. You can always contact me. There are lots of information on the internet on how to publish books on Amazon. You just need to do a good work, have your book clearly written, well edited. If you are using illustration, well done. Because Amazon doesn't have time to go through to read the errors. So when people buy your books and there are errors, it's just your fault. It's not the fault of Amazon. So we published all these books, Amazon, all these books, and Amazon does the fulfillment. So if you order for my book, you don't pay money to me. You pay the money to Amazon, and Amazon gives me a commission. And I also have a YouTube channel. You can search for Mary Edward-Agronah. And I think a few months ago, I did a series with Michael on how to write a book. It will help if you want to watch that movie, that video series. It was about 4 or 5 series. In the near future, we are hoping to have master classes for people who want to go into writing. You don't necessarily have to publish with Amazon. If you are in Ghana and you can find a publisher, or you are in any part of the world, Canada, you can pay for other publishers. That would be fine. But if you don't have the cost to bear for publishing and you want to publish on Amazon, you can always contact me, your sister, and I will give you my honest support and ideas on how to go about it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Please, do you have any more questions? Please, let's ask her all the questions we need to ask her now. Let's ask her all the questions we need to ask her now. But just before that, let me read some more messages from, this is from Edward-Agronah. Dr. Edward-Agronah to another doctor says, congratulations, doctor. And then from Simon or Simon, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but
oh, that's Simon, my dad.
Daddy, that's your dad. Wow. Thank you so much, Daddy. God bless you. So your dad says, Daddy is proud of you. Oh, Daddy is proud of you. Your dad is so much proud of you. So much proud of you. And then from Phyllis Che Mensah, you are amazing, Mary. Congratulations.
Oh, thanks, Phyllis.
And then Frank Chiwa says, I can't even text when I'm sleepless. And you wrote a whole book. You are really inspiring, Adjoa.
Thank you, Frank. Dr. Tiwa,
and
thank you.
And Phyllis Che Mensah also says, I'm not sure if you... Oh, okay, I think she has a question. Okay, so how was it difficult to find a publisher? Okay, I think I think she sent it before. But okay. Can you please just take us through, getting to Amazon? Yeah.
Yes. So Phyllis, it was, as I said earlier, considering the costs, I decided to go with Amazon. So for Amazon, you just have to have a complete material, front, back cover, and if you are publishing in different formats, they're usually not the same. So for me, this particular book was published in 3 formats. I have the Kindle format, the paperback, which is this, and I have the hard copy. And each of these come with their own formatting skills. So you need to do it on your own. Then as soon as you upload all the documents, Amazon combines it, does the fulfilling. So when somebody orders the book, Amazon prints out, does all the trimming and everything, and fulfills it for you. So Phyllis, for me, Amazon helped me by getting the big load off my shoulder.
So this is from Chiamaka. Chiamaka says, very inspiring. Very inspiring. Congratulations, Mary. Very inspiring. Congratulations, Mary. Okay, so I think we will now leave Mary to read a portion of the book to us all. We will leave Mary to read a portion of the book to us
Okay. So once again, thank you everyone for joining. Thank you. So I'll read chapter 5. And the title of chapter 5 is The Gift. Okay. Gracie had the most peaceful rest that night. The thought of a party in her honor was so overwhelming that she could not lie still. Suddenly, the words of Amora echoed in her mind. Don't worry, Gracie, your parents are safe. She pondered over the events of the previous night and concluded that she must have entered a magical territory. She remembered all the novels her parents read to her. She never believed in these stories. Although Gracie is just 9 years old, she refused to believe in many mystical beings, including Santa Claus. Now it seems either these stories are real or she might be dreaming. Gracie fell asleep again, still thinking about all these. She was awoken by Amora. She wanted to know if Gracie had opened her gifts. Gracie jumped out of the bed and hurriedly began to unbox her gifts. She was amazed when she opened the first box. The first box contained a very strong leather belt. The second box contained a metal shirt. The third box contained cowboy-like boots. The fourth box contained a shiny big plate. Gracie later got to know that the shiny plate is a protective shield. There was another box which looked weird. As soon as Gracie began to open it, she heard voices like that of Evangel. However, by the time she unpacked the box, it was a big knife, bigger than any knife she has ever seen. Gracie was startled. Her mom has warned her not to play with knives. Gracie wondered why the king gave her the knife. As she pondered over this, Amora prompted her that there are still other boxes. There was another box that had the most sophisticated headgear Gracie had ever seen. The metallic headgear was steady and well built. Gracie remembered one of such at the War Museum. It is used for battle. The little girl was amused. All the gifts from the king are materials for battle. Gracie looked at the metallic headgear, which she later got to know that is known as a helmet, and laughed out loud. "Why are you laughing?" asked Amora. "If my parents are in danger, will I be the one to fight and rescue them?" asked Gracie. Both children laughed hysterically. Suddenly, Amora turned to Gracie and said, "Your parents are safe and happy. You need the gift from the king to be able to go to them. These will be useful for your journey." The last box was very little and had a beautiful fragrance. Gracie thought that must be a perfume. She carefully unpacked it, and to her surprise, it was a little bracelet with a quote, "Always speak with a king." It was a lovely bracelet which had an awesome fragrance. Amora said, "You need to wash down and eat. Then I will dress you up for your journey to the end of the world." She was startled. "My journey to the end of the world?" she asked. "Yes, you are going to FOREDEN to bring your parents home," replied Amora. Gracie opened her mouth, but nothing came out. She was overwhelmed. What is she going to do at FOREDEN? And where on earth is FOREDEN? Does it lie behind the burning hurricane? And wait, how did Dad and Mom get to FOREDEN? This thought and many others flooded through Gracie's mind. Suddenly, she remembered the notes she had made in her diary about 3 days ago. She had written that she would travel to the ends of the world on her 10th wedding anniversary. But wait, she's not married yet, and she's too little to even have a boyfriend. Is FOREDEN beneath the earth or above the earth? Is it in outer space on the moon, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, or Pluto? Suddenly she said out loud, "Pluto is a dwarf planet. Miss Vital told us last week." Amora turned around and said, "You are a clever student, Gracie. Miss Vital will be proud to know that you take your science lessons seriously." With these words, Amora dashed off. Gracie took a long bath. By the time she returned, different trays of food had been set on the table. There was a note on the table, "Eat as much as you can, the journey is far." Gracie managed to fill her belly with as much as she could contain. As she was clearing up the table, the two children who brought the food the previous day arrived. They cleaned the table and told Gracie that Amora would be there shortly to prepare her for the trip. The thought of a trip to FOREDEN made Gracie uncomfortable. At least, her parents could have vanished to America or China. Why the end of the world? How did they get to FOREDEN? Gracie began to think about all the characters in the mystery books her parents have read to her. Maybe FOREDEN is real just as the other places, Gracie said to herself. Amora entered the room with two other children. They were around the same age as Amora. They started fitting on Gracie the different gifts in the boxes: the belts, the metal shirts, the boots, the speaking bracelets, the fragrance knife, and the big shiny plate. These are the tools you need for your journey. The bracelet will prompt you on how to use them. As soon as you leave Banhagen, you'll be directed to FOREDEN. The journey will not be easy, but you always speak with the king. He will give you the direction to take, Amora said. Gracie had wanted to ask, who would direct me to FOREDEN? But she was still processing all the information and did not even want to add more to what she had been given. When Gracie came out of the house, she saw other children outside. They all began to clap together for Gracie and exclaimed, "Victory belongs to Gracie. Go and conquer your fears. The end of the world awaits you. We are all with you." Gracie began to cry. Suddenly, she felt like a 9-year-old who needed her parents' cuddles. As she wiped her tears with her wrist, she heard, "I will be with you. Don't be afraid." The voice came from the bracelet. Suddenly, Gracie had a new lease of energy. The procession of children led Gracie to the entrance of Banhagen. Amora told Gracie, "Ahead of you begins your journey to FOREDEN. Take care and conquer your fears with your faith in the king." With these words, all the children turned back to Banhagen. Gracie was left alone outside Banhagen. She had run away from the house to find her parents, and her task begins now. Ahead of her is FOREDEN, behind her is Banhagen, and with her are all the things she needed to embark on this perilous journey. Looking at her over-armored body, she contemplated the choices she had: to go back to Banhagen and tell the king that she cannot go to FOREDEN, or to muster her courage and to go to FOREDEN. Gracie looked at the horizon and saw the sun appearing from behind the colorful leaves and shouted, "I am ready." Thank you.
Wow, 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 wow. Wow, this is interesting. Michael.
Hello, Nda.
Thank you so much, Mary. Yes. Please, did Mary capture what you were looking for?
I have gotten my answer. And I'll leave every other person to figure the answer.
Okay, yes. Now it's a puzzle. Thank you so much, Mary. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. From Lord Covey. Lovely. From Lord Covey, lovely. And then Cynthia also is giving you a thumbs up. So we have the Kindle version, we have the paperback, and then the hard cover, right, Mary?
Yes, please.
That's for children, not for children only, but I mean it is best for children.
Yes, the hardcover is best for very little children.
The hardcover.
Yes, but if you have children who are like 5-6 years, you can get the paperback, which is also a little.
The paperback. Well, okay. So they can manage that. They can manage. We also have from Pastor and Mrs. Emilia Buama. Congratulations, Mr. and Mrs. Agrona. You folks are amazing. May the Lord lead you into deeper waters. FOREDEN, Mama and Papa FOREDEN have just put a link down there. Please, can we all see the link? If you can see, just give a thumbs up, please. If you can see the link, just give a thumbs up. Oh, wait. Simon Edward says, that's just the inception. Greater height, my daughter. This is for Mary's dad. That's just the inception. Greater height, my daughter.
Thank you, okay. Dada.
Okay. So please, Mary has shared a link with us all here. The link to buy the book. It's worldwide, so you can get it anywhere.
So let me sum up. We have 3 minutes. Thank you everyone for coming. I really appreciate you. I can see people from the Netherlands, from UK, from US, from Ghana, from Canada. Oh my goodness. I'm so blessed to have all of you. From Germany, I can see Dr. Bimpe. So like I'm surrounded with a lot of doctors here. So all my academic and non-academic friends, God bless you. All my religious church family, God bless you. All my lifelong friends, God bless you. Mrs. Gwedimenu, God bless you. And my one and only cockroach in my cupboard, my husband, Edward-Agronah, God bless you. God bless everybody who turned up for this book launch. And as I said, this book was written to encourage the world. So if you want to also do something to encourage the world, I just want to motivate you that your ideas remain in your head until you put it down. So if you need me to guide you on how you can go about your own journey, I'm always available. And if you buy any of my book or our books, I will appreciate if you can leave a comment. You can follow me on Amazon, just type Edward-Agronah. You can follow me on Goodreads, just type Edward-Agronah. I also blog on WordPress. You can check on me there. I'm a YouTuber, Mary Edward-Agronah. You can search for me. And I also have a blog post, Beautiful Marriage Garden, and just search for me everywhere, and let's get social, let's get talking. God bless everyone for coming. I really appreciate your presence. Without you, this event wouldn't have been a success. I'm happy and thankful to my home church here for every support. I could see my pastor and my presiding elder on the line, and I'm so excited to see everyone. God richly bless you, and may your time spent here be rewarded. Amen.